Hey, I'm Jess Green. I want to talk to you today about how to get stuck when the going gets tough in your entrepreneurial journey. Been an entrepreneur for about 18 years, maybe longer, a business coach for about 10 years. I have owned and operated about eight different businesses, some startups, some mostly startups, some very successful, some very not successful. And I always tell people I learned way more in the unsuccessful than the successful. And I feel like I've set myself up at this point to have some pretty massive success. And I'd like to invite you along on the journey with me as we teach and help and coach entrepreneurs to infuse tech into their business to make life just a little bit easier and to have some mentors that will help you along the way. But today, I want to talk to you all about mindset and what happens when you get stuck and what should you do? What are some easy tips from me to you when you get stuck and you feel a little stagnant in your business, you're having a little bit of struggle. Those are all crazy S words, right? Some stagnancy, some stuckness, some struggle. Nobody likes those words. And I've just along the course of the last few years in building these businesses, I have definitely have some experience in what works and what doesn't work to get me out of those spots, to get me out of that mental decay, the bad day mindset. First of all, I'm going to tell you, no matter how bad it seems when you wake up in the morning, the business isn't working, 10 customers left you, team members quit, whatever it is, give yourself 24 hours. Okay. I'm going to talk about this just a little bit more under the tips section, but give yourself 24 hours to pout, and that is it. If you need it. If you don't need it, don't take it. But if you need it, you can give yourself 24 hours and then you have to get back up. What do you do when you get back up? Keep listening. I'm going to give you some tips. Okay. So, what causes, first, let's look at the cause, because if we can avoid some of these things, then we don't have to get that stuck mindset in the first place. So, let's take a look at what actually causes some of the stuff in the first place. So, number one is lack of clarity and planning. I regularly tell people begin with the end in mind, get your whole plan set forth, know what your action items are, know what the plan is for the end, what are the goals that you're shooting for, and get all of that mapped out. Because without a clear vision and well defined goals, it's really easy to get stuck in indecision and in bad days and uncertainty. And then you kind of just struggle and you flail around, not really sure what you're supposed to be creating on what day for what reason. It leads to some confusion and hesitation. And if you have any staff members or team members, they're definitely going to get confused and stuck if you seem confused and stuck. So make sure you have that plan for execution. Technical challenge is a big one. This day and age, and this is what I specialize in, is technology. Technology is hard for some people. Infusing that, it's getting easier and easier. You just have to plug in. Okay. So technology challenges can really get you down. Your website breaks. You're not sure how to fix it. You don't have $5,000 to pay somebody to even create you a website in the first place, or you did have $5,000 and you poured it into that and now it broke and they want more money to fix it and you can't. Those are things that you can really, with the self-made hub, be able to avoid, right? Not have those consequences because you have the mentors, you have it all in one place. You can build it yourself. We teach you how to build it yourself. And then you have us to help you build along the way too for things that you want. And then that way you never have this $5,000 out of pocket expense in the first place. And if something breaks that causes you frustration or causes you to get stuck in your business, you can't launch that next thing because you don't have control over it. I can't tell you how many horror stories I have heard in that. I've actually been part of one of those horror stories in the past. I didn't have control over my own digital assets, so I couldn't get in there and fix them. I didn't know how to fix them, and I didn't have a mentor that was going to help me fix them. So technical challenges can be a very big reason why people get stuck in their business, especially now with everything being online and having e-commerce platforms and digital marketing tools and all of the things. You can really get frustrated with that, and it can make you just quit your business. Make sure you partner with somebody. Shameless plug here for Self-Made Hub. Make sure you partner with somebody who can actually help you through those times, okay, and help you through those technology challenges that you might have. Another one is limited resources. I know that has gotten me stuck in a number of businesses. It's like pouring out all this money to have all these things built, to do all of these things, to have all these staff members, to hire agencies to do all this stuff for me. And I really ran out of money. And then you have limited resources. And then it's like, now what? If I don't know how to do some of those things myself, the business just gets stuck. I get stuck. So that again is really why I created the self-made hub, is because I didn't want other people to get stuck where I was. And that was not having control over my business, because I had a lack of resources at a certain point, because we didn't launch the business when we thought we were going to, or we didn't have as much resource as we thought we would have. And resource can also mean human capital, right? Another thing that can get you stuck is watching the competition. That's a no, no, no. Put the blinders on. You want to know what else is out there and what other people are doing, but not to the point where you're getting yourself stuck in your business. If you're looking at other people, you need to put the blinders on and really just focus on what you're building and get it out there. And then last but not least, I think, and then important categories, is your lack of consistency and discipline. Stick around some people who are going to help you stay consistent and accountable. And one thing I do say all the time is discipline is super important, because there's going to be days that you get up, no matter how much you love your business, no matter how much you love your clients and your customers, there's going to be days where you wake up and you just don't want to do it. It's the discipline that needs to kick in at that point and kick your little booty back out to your desk and to get on those tasks and things that you need to build. So lack of consistency and discipline can really get you stuck in the struggle. So put some plans around that of how you're going to be held accountable, how you're going to stay consistent, and what are you going to do on the hard days to stay disciplined to the plan that you put in place, right? You're excited in the beginning, then the hard work comes, then some challenges get in your way, and the discipline, if you don't have it, goes out the door, and then your business never takes off. All right, here's some tips. We want you to break tasks into smaller steps. Large tasks or problems can feel overwhelming. You need to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps to make progress and make them seem less daunting. Seek support, have a community, have people that you can tap into, people who are on the same journey as you, the same mission as you, that can help you along the way when things do get tough and you start to struggle. Practice self-compassion for yourself. Like I said, give yourself the 24 hours that you need sometimes to overcome something that's really gotten under your skin. Some staff left, a team member left, a partner stabbed you in the back. Good Lord, I've been through those. Give yourself some time. Some of those might take a little longer than 24 hours, but a general rule of thumb, if it's a simple struggle or simple stuckness, give yourself 24 hours to get out of that. Okay. How do you get out of that? My biggest rule of thumb is exercise, exercise, exercise. So just get yourself on that treadmill for 20 minutes. I don't care what it is. Get yourself out on a walk. Do some exercise. It helps you get out of that stuck mindset. Take breaks. I'm really bad at this one because I'm a workaholic, but when you feel stuck, sometimes you just need to take a break, walk away from it for a little bit so that you feel confident again in what you're doing and you can get back to work. Make sure you're setting realistic goals. Sometimes we get this idea and the plan in place and we're super excited and we set these big lofty goals of where we're going to go over time and how fast we're going to get there. And then we just disappoint ourselves because we didn't set realistic goals in the first place. Then focus on solutions only, not the problems. People are so easy to fall into focusing on what's going wrong instead of what's going right. So check yourself. Make sure that you are really focusing on the solutions and not the problems. This is an important one. Practice gratitude every single day. Get up and write in your gratitude journal. Write the things that you're thankful for. What is going right? What are you really grateful for in your business? The ability to build it, the money that has come in, the customers that have stayed, the things that you are planning, where you're going with your business. Make sure that you start your day off with gratitude every single day. It will really help you from getting stuck and struggling in that business. Visualize success as much as you can. I always have this picture of what it's going to be like when I achieve the goal, I get the deadline, I hit the thing, I put the course together, whatever that is, visualize the success regularly. It's going to keep you motivated and keep your eyes on the prize. And then stay persistent and consistent. It is so important to be persistent. You set this dream, you set this goal for a reason. You want to hit it, you want to earn it, you want to have that freedom to operate your own business and launch what you have conceptualized. It is going to be hard sometimes. You are going to have bad days. There are going to be people that disappoint you. There are going to be technology challenges. There are going to be things that break, but I promise you it will be worth it. Equip yourself with the right things. Make sure that you set yourself up for success. Take some of those things I talked to you about in the beginning and create diversion plans out of them. Create a plan for your technical challenges, create plans for your limited resources, create a plan to stay disciplined, and then you check back in on those tips and make sure that you're following those tips. And I hope that this helps you from getting stuck in your business and helps you to not struggle on those hard days.